Tampa and New Orleans, you got the legends.
First two games really don't matter.
Come take a seat. Man at the feet. I'm hungry like I've been fasting this week.
We're the only team playing. We the best in business. Let's show them why.
This is the game of the weekend in my view. Round 3, Saints Buccaneers.
We're on the field us today. All day. Let's go. All day. There's more zip on his ball. He's more explosive. And I'm telling you, this guy is on a mission.
Tom Brady's built to always do everything for postseason activity.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
If I'm a Saints fan, I am genuinely concerned.
He is a ferocious hitter. He is a fearless pass rusher that's afraid of nothing.
You don't talk about it, we be about it.
It's a big play. I mean, almost every time. Whoa, that's a first down. Whoa, that's 15 yards.
This is exactly where they wanted to be, gelling at the right time.
Two of the absolute greatest.
Give me the Bucs with a third time being the charm.
Need a professional logo for your brand?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers from the 48-yard line. Second down, 13. Brady lobs one downfield. Caught ball by Gronkowski inside the 20 to the 15-10. Gronkowski to the 5 to the 4-yard line. Holy guacamole.
Third down, 18. Dropping Gannon, looking Gannon. Throws up the middle. It's intercepted at the 30. Derek Brooks 30. Brooks to the 25, 20. Derek Brooks all the way. There it is. The dagger's in. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, baby!
This is the Big Nasty. Yeah, Big Nasty, Hall of Fame Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, baby.
This is Mike Allstott, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you're listening to the Cannon Fire Podcast.
Cannon Fire Podcast, brother. You ain't listening, and you're missing out. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are NFC Championship game bound. I can't believe we're saying this here on the podcast. We're live on YouTube because we just couldn't wait to talk about it. The Buccaneers defeat New Orleans. They retire Drew Brees in the Superdome. 30-20, your final score. It was a slow game. It was a defensive game. It was a game where both of the offense were kind of lacking. You had a couple of big plays, but a very back-and-forth game, and a game that you kind of knew was going to be decided in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Buccaneers, 4 turnovers. The defense anchors the Bucs to a win, and they are headed to Lambeau to square off against Aaron Rodgers next weekend in the NFC Championship game. Holy hell. Welcome back to the Cannon Fire Podcast, live on YouTube today for episode 162. I'm your host, as always, Rhett Matthew, joined alongside me, my good buddy and co-host, the Philly Bucs fan himself, Mr. Evan Wanish. We're going to the championship game, buddy.
I told everyone that Tom Brady was not going to lose to Drew Brees 3 times in a row. This wasn't going to happen. And guess what? They sent that guy that can't even throw 15 yards down the field. They sent him right home. So, yeah, I mean, just I feel like it has to feel so much better for Bucs fans because it's this team.
Oh, man.
If they would have beaten the Packers, let's say the Packers were in this, let's say the Rams didn't beat the Seahawks and the Bucs ended up playing the Packers in the divisional round and they beat the Packers, yeah, sure, it would have felt great. But I think since it's this team, this Saints team that have just owned them, it has to feel good. And Drew Brees, a guy that has just tortured them, it has to feel so much better. So, yeah, just awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, we are taking your calls, 813-433-0323, since we are live on YouTube. What a game. I mean, there's a whole lot to talk about. We'll get to the box score in a little bit, but I do just want to throw that number out there once more, 813-433-0323. I'm going to throw it up on the screen here if you guys want to call in. Actually, don't think I threw that up on the screen. I think I threw something else up on the screen that isn't on the screen. I can't find it. There it is. CF Hotline is open, 813-433-0323. We want to hear from you. Call in. Where were you watching the game tonight? We got a call already from the 334. Oh, we got calls piling up. Cannon Fire Podcast, thank you for calling in. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Hey, guys. It's my name's DK. I'm out of Dothan, Alabama. So, yeah, Bucs are heading to the championship. How do you feel?
Oh, dude, it is... It is an indescribable feeling. And I can't speak for Evan, but I can tell you that based off of what he had just said, it feels that much better because it is the New Orleans Saints. I mean, this is a team that has ridiculed Tampa Bay. This is a team that has disrespected Tampa Bay for years. You know, the record that Bruce Arians had coming into this spoke for itself. 0-5 in their last 5 meetings. There's nothing else that needed to be said. The Bucs went in there and punched him in the mouth. And I'll tell you, that was probably the highlight of the game, because literally on the Devin White interception, that was pretty much the dagger, he punched the wide receiver in the mouth. And that was maybe my favorite part of the entire game. But I mean, goddamn, dude, it is a great feeling, and we're here for every minute of it. I'm excited.
Yeah, it feels like a passing of the torch. Like, Drew Brees is retiring, right? And like, I don't know. We're not going to have Brady for a long time. We got him probably for next year, and then he's going to retire, and so is Gronk probably. But like, it's euphoric, you know?
Yeah, it's a feeling that's hard to describe. It's very new, and Evan, I didn't mean to cut you off, man, but how are you feeling?
No, I mean, just like you said. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely a weird feeling, but something you can get used to. But
right. Do you know what happened to AB? He had one catch for like 12 yards?
Yeah,
he got banged up a little bit.
Yeah, they had taken him. I don't know if they took him in the tent, but I know they were kind of nursing his quad for a little while, and you didn't see a whole lot of them after that. But I mean, those guys out there still got it done. You know, we talk about the pieces on offense, and hopefully headed into next week's game, you hope everyone's healthy. But the storyline is the defense tonight, because they absolutely kept Tampa Bay in this game.
Absolutely. They're going to have a lot harder time with Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, but I think if we just go through our game plan that we had in week 4 or 5 against Green Bay, we can definitely catch them by surprise.
Absolutely. It'll be a great matchup. TK, it was good talking to you, man. We're going to get to some other calls.
Yeah, y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir. Go Bucks.
Thanks, man.
Go Bucks.
All right, we're getting a lot of calls. Next one to come in will be on 813-433-0323. I'm trying to catch one of our calls out of the 813, man. I love talking to my Tampa people. But, dude, there's literally fireworks going off outside of my apartment. All right, here we go. Yeah. We got a caller from the 813. Thanks for calling Cannon Fire Podcast. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Hi there. My name's Bree. I'm from Tampa, a.k.a. I'm also Rhett's girlfriend.
Hello, Bree. You know, I got to give it to Bree, because regardless of how this game had gone, win, lose, or draw, she was doing a really good job of keeping me from the bottom, stress-wise.
She's always there.
Yeah, man, she did a good job of keeping it engaged. But, you know, for someone who claims she is a Steelers fan, I still have trouble believing that after tonight.
Listen, I'm going to say it right here on air. I am a Bucs fan. I have been for the past 4 years. We've been together, okay? But I'm also a Steelers fan by heart, okay? Always going to be a Steelers fan, but I'm always going to be a Bucs fan now.
You guys should hear the things that she says about Ben Roethlisberger. They trump anything that I have ever said about any player on this show.
I hope he's done after this year. I hope they either fire him or he retires. He has been playing like garbage for years now.
All right, but Bree, what did you think of the game tonight? Was there anything that stuck out to you, good or bad?
A lot of good. I think the defense was playing great. I thought the offense, you know, they were a little rocky at times, but they kept pulling it together when they were falling off. But I was so nervous for this game because this whole season playing against the Saints, it was just, they just kept getting intimidated, I guess. Like, they just kept getting inside the Bucs' head, so I was so nervous. But it was just so nice to see them not let that happen. Like, when they pulled that shit with Jameis, you have no idea how upset I was. I was so freaking mad. Like, you can ask Rhett. Like, I was screaming at the screen. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, Sean Payton's going to pull this shit like this? And then Jameis with his smug little smile, all like, ha-ha, just scored a touchdown. Like, I don't even know how many turnovers he got over, like, one season, let alone what was he with us, like 4 years? Like, are you kidding me? You score one touchdown and guess what? You still fucking lost. Fucking lost.
Oh my God. Listen, I was at the point where, like, she was definitely definitely a lot more upset about the Jameis Winston play than I was, just because I think I'm physically numb to shit that Sean Payton does.
Well, I mean, Jameis might be the future quarterback in Pittsburgh, so.
Well, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. That's news to me.
All right, Bree. Well, we appreciate you calling in, and it was good talking to you. We're going to get to some other people, but thank you for giving us a shout, and go Bucks.
Of course. You guys have a good one.
You too. Thank you. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Bye.
All right. Got another call from the 352.
Yo, her describing that Jameis thing was good. That was
the
good.
shit they pulled with Jameis. Thanks for calling CFP. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Hey, my name's Jake. I'm calling from Orlando.
Jake from Orlando. What's going on, my man? How you doing?
Dude, I'm smoking that Saints pack right now. Let's go back.
Let's fucking go, man. This is, I mean, you can't say it enough. We're probably going to say it 50 times from now to the end of the stream, but it is a feeling that cannot be replicated. To finally get one up on those sons of bitches and to have it happen in the postseason. Yeah, you're going to hear the excuses all off season long about how they didn't have Taysom Hill, how they were missing a second rotation running back.
Backup quarterback. If I hear an excuse that they didn't have their backup quarterback, they use as a gadget player to lose. Oh my god.
Oh well, apparently he was. I don't know, man. But Jake, what were your thoughts on the game, man? What stuck out to you the most?
All right, so I think I can speak for everyone. Whenever I saw the beginning, how that game went, the first quarter, it seemed very identical to the last game we played against them, and actually reminded me even of when we played the Packers, where we started really slow on offense, but just the way our defense was able to bring us back into it and really control the game, getting us those turnovers to set our offense in a good position to get the scores, even though we weren't able to capitalize on them too much in the first half. Geez, the way we brought it back in the second half, our defense really stepped up exactly how we did back in that game.
Yeah, and the funny thing that you mentioned that it was kind of like the second time they played the Saints is I actually texted Rhett that. I said, it's still early and there's a lot of game left to be played. But, man, if that start wasn't exactly like the second Saints game, offense not even able to get a first down, the Saints, getting good field position. I mean, that started exactly like the Saints game. But then Sean Murphy-Bunting's pick really changed everything. And then after that, the defense was off and running. So, yeah, definitely hats off to the entire team. I mean, there was a point in this game where they could have let it go off the rails, and they brought it back in and were able to really give it to them.
I think
definitely.
I think one more thing that I had noticed, just throughout this game, when you talk about the tone of how it went, we talked a lot headed into this game about how the Saints are always in Tampa Bay's head. And I think the Bucs did a really good job of just shutting that down tonight. You saw countless times guys on that Saints defense kind of extending the play. And I mean, Ryan Jensen played his fair share, but they were just trying really hard to agitate a lot of the offensive players. I mean, you saw Lattimore and Mike Evans go at it like they usually do, but I'm surprised we didn't see a full-fledged conflict once this game was kind of wrapped up in the fourth quarter one way or the other. I think somebody else had tweeted about it, but it felt like something was building up, and for the Bucs to just stay focused and, go out there and do their job when they needed to was a really big testament of where this team has come from, not only week 1, but week 9 and every other time they've played the Saints. They did a good job of staying focused tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, they earned this win. I mean, they fought hard. It wasn't easy at times. I mean, they were down in the third quarter. I mean, they went down in the third quarter, and some would have thought that might have been it, but they were able to reel it back in, get some turnovers. The offense played clean, and that was the difference.
All right, Jake, we're gonna let you go, buddy, but we appreciate you calling in out of Orlando. Have a good night. Go Bucs.
All right, thanks. You guys too. Have a good night.
He sounded upset. I hope we didn't derail his question or anything.
Nah, he's good.
Jake's good. It's a festive mood. Cannon Fire Podcast. What's your name? Where are you calling in from? Nothing. That's cool.
Nothing.
I think they hung up. Nothing. I don't even think they're in here anymore.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey. So, can I just give a quick shout out to Tyler Johnson and Scotty Miller?
Oh my God!
On the biggest drive of the game, they come up huge. Tyler Johnson with a huge catch on 3rd and 11 after Tristan Wirfs' holding call brings back a Ronald Jones 45-yard run. Jones looked really good tonight, by the way. Huge catch by TJ. Obviously, if you follow the show for a while, TJ's my guy. So I was happy to see it. And I texted Rhett in all capitals, just like T and then J. Of course, Rhett didn't answer me. He never does. But
oh my god, you get your feelings hurt so bad when I don't answer your text messages during games. You'll text me in the second quarter and say the game is over, and then you'll be upset that I don't answer your text. But we got a caller coming in. What's your name? Where are you calling in from? Welcome to the show.
It's Rocco from Boston. What's up, boys?
Rocco!
Let's go!
Oh, what's going on, brother?
Wow. What a show by the defense. I've called in so many times talking bad about the defense, but look at that. They show up when we need them most. Let's go.
Early on in the game, we knew it was going to be a tight contest after that first half, but it was a lot of bend but don't break. And I mean, that was definitely the attitude, but once you get those turnovers, things certainly helped. And it was an impactful night. I think, we've gone this long without talking about him, but Devin White came back this week, and holy hell did every offensive player on New Orleans feel him at some point in this game. He was all over the place.
Yep.
Yes, I mean, he was
coming out like a missile.
My bad.
No, Rocky, you're good, man. He was coming out like a missile. I mean, and I even called it. I was like, dude, like Devin White is coming off the COVID list, and he's playing in his hometown. Like he's gonna take somebody's head off, and he did just that. And he made the biggest play of his career. By picking off Drew Brees there. But go ahead, Rocco.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Devin White showed up and showed out. It was fantastic. Like, what a performance for a second-year player to just come out and absolutely take over a game. And Winfield, too, like our rookies, like Winfield, Tyler Johnson making huge plays. Like, that's exactly what you want to see as a Bucs fan going into an away playoff game at Lambeau. So that's all I really have to say. I'm wicked excited, and I'll see you guys soon. Go Bucs.
Hell yeah, man. Go Bucs. Good to hear from you, Rocco. Dude, I'm glad he snuck a wicket in there.
Wicked.
Excited.
It's that Boston thing.
Oh,
man.
Dude, that was wicked awesome.
That was wicked. Tom Brady? You mean Tom Brady?
We got a caller from the 941 CFB. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
My name is Lance. I'm calling in from Orlando, Florida.
What's going on, my man? How you doing out of Orlando?
I'm good. I know we just talked about Devin White, but come on. Come on. He was balling.
Oh, man. And it's crazy because, did the Bucs record a sack tonight? I don't believe they did.
No, I don't think they did.
That's the crazy part is that's the type of player that Devin White is for this defense is, we talked a lot on the pregame show about how, you're going to have to get pressure on the blitz. And it wasn't even so much about getting pressure for the Bucs tonight, but disrupting Drew Brees, getting him to make those errant throws when he's got a guy in his face. You had a couple of guys get hands on balls at the line of scrimmage. I mean, it was a good night from not only Devin White, but just the entire defense kind of stepped up, and it helped because he was absolutely everywhere.
The entire defense. And I've been so hard on Sean Murphy-Bunting this whole year. And my boy came to play.
Back-to-back interceptions in the playoffs, man.
And not even that, but open field tackles. Being aggressive. All season long, he's been letting people get the 15-yard slant, 10-yard slants, and just tackle him. This game, they came to play.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, this is the best game of his career. And, I mean, like you said, second year like that, crazy. And made clutch plays. I mean, missed a few tackles, but, I mean, overall, he was a beast. And you could tell the defense really missed him. And they were really, I think this whole unit was really energized by his presence.
I think we're going to talk to our podcast network guys here soon that put together the intro for the show. We'll probably get an updated one soon, but I know that the interception call for Devin White in that game, that's going to be a permanent fixture on the show moving forward.
Yep. Everybody that believes got to help us out there.
It has to, because all season long they've been killing him, saying he's the worst linebacker in coverage, and he showed out.
Oh, that's the thing, man. We've got a bunch of people in the group chat that we're in. I mean, you hear the conversation every week about how, he's a great off-ball linebacker, but he's terrible in coverage. And, he has had his weaknesses this year, but what a game to step up. Playoffs are a different level, and Devin White absolutely showed up to play.
Yeah, he did. I mean, absolutely. He deserves, like you said, you apologize for mentioning Devin White. No, don't apologize. He deserves the praise, man. I mean, he completely transformed his defense, and Yeah, just a big game. Offense played complementary football, and the defense was able to take it away a bunch. So
we appreciate you calling in, my friend. We're going to get to some other calls, but glad to have you listening, and go Bucks.
All right. Yeah, go Bucks. Fire the cannons.
All right.
Let's do it,
First time we heard that one, a little fire the cannons. I wish we had like a sound feature, just like a boom.
I should maybe try and invest in a little soundboard or something. I'm sure there's a plug-in or an app I can get.
Yeah. So can we talk about Tom Brady a little bit there?
Yeah, let's talk about Tom Brady. But
talk about Tom Brady
real quickly. I think we got a. Did we have a caller? Yeah, caller at a 612.
Yeah, we got a caller.
Hey, it's Zach from Wisconsin, or Bucked Up.
You're going. Are you going to the game, buddy?
Going to the game?
Yeah, Wisconsin. I mean, come on, man.
No, I live like 6 hours away.
Oh man, I'm making that. Listen, partner. I know that tickets are probably going to be through the roof. I don't even know if Lambeau's letting people in. Aren't they letting like 6,000?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they just started letting.
You got to be on the 200-year waiting list for season tickets to probably get into that one.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Bucks win.
Oh, I just got a few things to say, man.
Let's do it.
First of all, Rojo is elite. It's time to stop saying this. He's elite. I mean, the runs he had today were elite runs.
Oh yeah, I think.
And he wasn't 100% either.
That's the thing, is that we saw him in moderation, but I think that's obviously going to be better for the long run because, you know, if there's any week to really let him off of the leash, it's going to be next week in Lambeau against Aaron Rodgers. I don't know the forecast that far ahead. I don't know how accurate it'll be. I don't know if it'll be a snow game, but if you can develop the run game.
Supposed to be a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you can develop the run in Lambeau in January, you might have a chance. So Ronald Jones, hell yeah, man, he was making the most of his carries.
Yeah, and the other thing I wanted to say is I don't understand how JPP is the only Pro Bowler on this team when he has to trip a guy to tackle him. But Devin White's out here.
Which honestly, I didn't know that was a penalty. I'll admit it. I was like, when they called tripping, I was like, what? That's a hockey penalty. I was like, what is that? I did not know that, and I was like, okay. I mean, I thought you just, as long as it wasn't, horse collar or face mask, you tackled the guy and you tackled it. But.
I mean, it was one of those things that I had trouble not laughing at just because of how blatant it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I mean, like I said, I didn't even know it was a penalty. So, but you have a good point. How is Jason Pierre-Paul the only Pro Bowler on this team with Devin White playing like that, and Tristan Wirfs not allowing Cameron Jordan to have anything, and Tom Brady playing how he has this season, and Levante David always being consistent? So, yeah, I mean, you have a really good point there.
And the last thing I want to say, man, is now Stinney had one mistake, and
yep.
Otherwise, he looks really good today.
When you don't hear an offensive lineman's name called, that means they're doing the right thing. And you didn't hear Stinney.
That entire offensive line, you bring up Aaron Stinney, great game from him, but that entire offensive line did a really good job. I know they gave up a sack or two, but I mean, for the most part, Brady had a clean jersey. He had time in the pocket, and they were setting up some blocks downfield a couple of times too. So a pretty good game from those guys tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll let you guys get to it. Go Bucks.
Yes, sir. Good hearing from you. Go Bucks. He is Bucked Up on YouTube, I believe. I think it's just Bucked Up. If you guys want to check out his content, he's got like kind of a podcast deal. Yeah, it's a podcast. Yeah, I think it's a podcast YouTube channel. 813-433-0323. Buccaneers win 30-20. Just in case you missed it, over the New Orleans Saints. I'll never get tired of saying it. Drew Brees' final game in the Superdome is reported by Jay Glazer, and I'll tell you, when Jay Glazer drops those reports, he is the most confident man in the world. Is he not?
Did you see what Drew Brees said to Jameis Winston?
No, I did not.
So the cameras picked up Drew Brees talking to Jameis Winston, and somebody was able to mouth the words, and he said, Drew Brees said, "This is your team now."
Oh wow, it's so poetic. How many? Never mind. Let's not even get into it. We got a caller coming in. Thank you for calling. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Let's go Bucks. I'm so amped right now. This is Ken Dow. I'm out of California.
What's going on, man? Showing some West Coast love. Really, really glad to have you listening all the way out there. How is I know there is like a considerable amount of Bucks fans out in the West Coast. Do you have any friends out there that are excited about the win tonight too? How's everybody feeling out there?
like I feel like I randomly run into a Bucks fan. I like be at a farmer's market and the guy's like, wait, I got one other Bucks fan here with me. It's like random. I barely find Bucks fans here. It's more Niners or not really Oakland, but I randomly find a Bucks fan here or two.
Dude, it's really weird because like when I look at the demographics of our podcast, not only on YouTube but also on the podcast downloads itself, California is our number 2 state behind Florida, and like I just think that's really cool. Like there's a really big West Coast presence. At least it supports the show, so that kicks ass, and I'm glad to have you as one of them, man.
Thank you, man. I'm originally from Jersey. I've been following you guys since then. And I came out here, but I'm glad to have you guys. You guys keep me well informed and entertained with all my Bucks media. I appreciate it. I'm just so amped right now. I feel like Will Ferrell in old school, and he's like, "We're going streaking."
We're going streaking.
Yeah, let's go,
man. Bring your green hat, man.
It's fucking great right now. My brother's a big Patriots fan, and he was wearing his Brady jersey. It was shocking to me because he was cheering for us.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So
man.
I was loving that.
It's funny because like my mom has been a Patriots fan for the last 15 years. And, she texts me every game day now. She'll, game day, and we'll talk about the game. She's got her Brady jersey now. And, like, I think it's cool. At the end of the day, we'll take fans where we can get them. We've been saying that since before the season started. But
hell yeah.
It's just what a year to have this happen. With 2020 being the year that it was, everything sucked but Tampa sports pretty much. So, oh man, but it's been a great season, dude. Sorry if we've kind of derailed anything, but what was sticking out from you? What was sticking out for you from the game? Was there anything you wanted to come in and talk about?
Actually, I didn't even really get to watch the game because my wife we took the kids to the beach, so like I couldn't even really focus on the game. I saw the fourth quarter, like the last maybe 10 minutes, like actually sitting down and watching.
That's the best parts anyway. So
yeah, it was. I mean, it was a slow build up to a pretty major climax right around the third quarter. I guess take that quote for what you will.
Late third quarter, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching on my phone, but like I had to like keep an eye on the kids, so I was like looking at the phone, looking at the kids. It was a mixture. But I was definitely tuned in, man. I'm so amped right now. Everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm so freaking excited.
Oh,
that don't matter.
Take in this moment. It is the first time in a long time, and hopefully the start of something really special here in Tampa Bay. But absolutely. Yeah. Hey, it was good to hear from you, my man. Was there anything else you wanted to go over before we let you go?
No, I appreciate you guys. I'll be tuning in every time you guys put something out. And go Bucks. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Go Bucks. Glad to have you calling in. He is he's the coast to coast fan from Jersey to California. We really appreciate it. And while we kind of have this recess, shout out to everybody in the live chat. I know we haven't talked to them very much.
Can we talk about Tom?
Let's talk about Tom. What do you want to talk about with Tom?
It's just he's just good. He's that dude.
Dude, he's so good.
He's so good, dude. This guy, Tom Brady, he's gonna win a Super Bowl.
Dude, he might. We might have
to call Mark Wahlberg and see what he thinks. I don't know. If Rocco, let me know how that is. Let me know how that is.
We got a caller. Thank you for calling the show and welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. Excited win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the game was so close and was like so slow. I think my dad got upset with me because I kept yelling so hard.
Hey,
watching the game, my emotions were high.
It's all good.
Yeah, it was definitely a stressful game at times. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act
That's what makes the win feel good, though.
Yeah.
Like going through like the ups and downs of a football game is what, when the team wins, that's what makes it feel so much better. So.
Yeah. I mean, I came in here just wanting to talk about, the offense played good converting on turnovers. I just want to talk about the defense. I mean, our people were saying our defense was going to struggle against the Saints, and like the Saints, the Bucks defense played phenomenal. I mean, like, how do you guys feel about the defense going into Lambeau? Like, your confidence in them?
Well,
go
ahead, Evan.
Nah, you go ahead, Rhett. I'm a nice guy.
Well, I mean, you look at how they matched up before, and I know that we talked before the season about how the Bucs still kind of match up fairly well against Green Bay from a scheme standpoint, but to be honest with you, I hate to sound more confident than I should be, and I'm not overlooking Green Bay at all, but I feel like once the Bucs beat New Orleans, I really feel like they can beat Green Bay again. Like I feel very confident.
They can, but it's not going to be easy. Like you got to it's so tough to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Every round gets harder, right? So now the element that you're going to have to, I think the Packers are a better matchup for the Bucs than the Saints were. So the Bucs got over that hump, but now you have to deal with the elements of the weather, right? I mean, this Bucs team, it's going to be like 20 degrees and it might be snowing. So, I mean, you have to deal with that. Rodgers is red hot. Devontae Adams is red hot. So it gets tougher. And then if you go in the Super Bowl, you're going to be facing either Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it gets tougher from here on out. So it's so difficult. But yeah, I mean, if the defense continues to play like that, there's no telling how far they can go.
Yeah. I mean, the weather's going to be huge because hopefully it doesn't snow. Because, yeah, I don't know if anyone's I don't want it to snow, man, because last time it was a snowy game in Lambeau, the Packers just dominated the Titans. I hope it doesn't snow.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye out on the forecast for sure, but...
Hey, it was good hearing from you, buddy. We're going to get to a couple of more calls before we wrap this thing up. But glad to have you listening, and thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Go Bucs.
Yes, sir. Go Bucs.
All right. I can probably do 2 more calls, and then I'm outie.
All right. Oh, Mr. Too Legit to Quit is going to have to quit on us, folks. We got 2 calls at the same time. I'm taking the one on the bottom. Hopefully this doesn't end up being a mistake.
Good Vibrations by Mark Wahlberg, see?
Welcome to the show. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Hey, this is Rudy. I'm calling from Seven Lakes, North Carolina.
How you doing, my friend?
Hey, I just got a quick question for you. Go Bucs, man. Buck Nation is live tonight, baby. Hey, who do you think? Who would you give the? Who would you give MVP to? Would you give it to?
Of the
Devin
game?
White? Yeah.
Probably Devin White. Yeah. I think so.
It's got to be Devin White. I think
maybe it has to be.
I think maybe an honorable mention could go to Antoine Winfield when you're talking about playmakers on that.
Well, what about Carlton Davis? I mean, Mike Thomas just had 0 catches, guys. I mean,
yeah, that is true.
Right.
There were a lot of standout players on this defense, and that's what makes it probably their best performance of this entire season. And I mean, it came at the best possible time. But if you got to pick one, I think me and Devin both agree on number 45.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just had to get that question in. I'll let you guys get the next caller and go Bucs.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate hearing from you and go Bucs.
Yes, sir.
All right, so does that mean, Evan, that this next call is your last call?
Well, we'll see. If it's a short one like that, we can do a few more. But
out of the 727.
727. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Good. This is Braden from St. Pete. It's a great game I just watched right there. It's a great game.
Oh, man. It was a classic. I mean, this is a game that, regardless of how the rest of the season goes down, this is a game that a lot of Bucs fans are going to remember for a long time. That Devin White interception is just, it's an image that's going to be burnt into a lot of people's heads for a while.
I'm still thinking about it. It was like that was almost like reminiscent of the Derek Brooks interception in the Super Bowl. Like just the same kind of coverage and stuff. He just comes across the middle and and then him just pushing that guy out of the way. And then, there was a little bit of nervousness because the game wasn't completely done, and then Mike Edwards just, ending it. Levante David
putting a Dexter Jackson on it.
Yeah. Just a fantastic performance, and like I said, I mean, I've said it beforehand on this same show right now. I mean, they earned this win, and then the defense has been just after a tough game against Washington where they should have dominated and really didn't. They came out against a tough offense and they did it. They got the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that Washington game kind of was like a wake up call almost in a way, and I was really glad. I mean, the Saints were definitely the toughest matchup of the season, and we had the toughest road to make it all the way. We're gonna have to play Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and then any quarterback coming up, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. But
right.
I mean, I think if we beat the Saints, we can beat anybody, and we've done it against the Packers before. I think that the Saints are so much of a worse matchup for us than Green Bay. So
Yep.
The nerves are a little calmed down a little bit. Still gonna be a tough game, but
it's gonna be
it's
gonna be a very tough game. And if the one thing that I looked at with New Orleans, I was like, it's indoors. That's the one thing it has going for them. And if you go to Green Bay, you're gonna be playing in some freezing temperatures.
Really quickly, you brought up the indoors factor. I just want to give a quick shout out to a guy that really benefited from it. A man who was money tonight, just like he always is, Mr. Ryan Suckup, coming up big in the postseason once again.
Absolutely, yeah. Ryan Suckup. I think he broke the record for plus points for a kicker this season for the Bucks. But
yeah, I think he did. I mean, he's been awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect. This is gonna be so different because his foot's gonna be frozen next week, so we'll see.
Yeah, just gotta savor every single minute of it. But it was good hearing from you, my friend. Glad to have you listening all the way out there in St. Petersburg. But anything else you wanted to go over before we let you go?
No, I'm just excited. I've been screaming for like the last 40 minutes. I'm excited.
There you go.
For going live, so.
No problem.
We'll be seeing you next week after next week's one. So.
Yeah, man. It sounds like a plan. Go Bucks.
Oh, take care, guys.
Alrighty, so I guess that's just gonna do it for you, huh?
All right, let's wait, okay? Because I want to talk about Tom Brady.
Oh, he's in a festive mood now, huh?
I want to talk about Tom Brady. I haven't got to talk about Tom Brady.
He wants to talk about Tom.
Even if there's another caller, I'm talking about Tom Brady. So,
all right,
okay.
Well, we do have another caller. I don't know if they want to talk about Tom Brady. Evan's chomping at the bit about it, but welcome to the show. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, I didn't think I was going to get on. How's it going?
Doing good.
How are you,
my friend?
My name's Jason. I'm calling from Memphis, Tennessee, all the way out here. So you're talking about Tom Brady. I just wanted to say real quick, I am far more confident going into this game against Green Bay than I was going into this game against New Orleans.
And I mean, you probably should be, yeah. I mean, New Orleans has owned the Bucs, right? And they finally got over that hump, but yeah.
I kind of call it poetic justice for us to come back in the playoffs and defeat them after they basically whooped on us this regular season. The way that we utilized the run game this week, I was really impressed with because that's kind of something we failed to do lately, especially when we lost the Saints week 9. We failed to utilize the run game. And now we did that, and we did it perfectly, if you ask me. And so when we go into it, we're going to be facing, in my opinion, a weaker Green Bay run defense. So I think if we can do that again, we have a great chance of winning this game. I am far more confident.
Yeah, if they're able to control the clock, I mean, by running the football and I mean, Rodgers is hot right now, so I mean the defense. I think the best defense for Aaron Rodgers is to not have him on the football field. Right now, I think that's the best defense. But we'll worry about that on our Thursday preview show. We'll get to that then. But yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a huge boost for them if they're able to run the ball with success like they did. At times it was a slow burn, but they were able to find some success, especially with Ronald Jones.
Yeah, I mean, if you need someone to go toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be Tom Brady.
Yeah, man.
Excited,
with the way
I feel good, man.
Yeah, with the way he's been playing, not only this year, but just this postseason so far, man, you got to feel really good. Of course, number 12 is a man on a mission, but the Bucs are hungry. And I feel like we've been saying it for years that if they were able to get over the hump, if they were able to get into the playoffs, whether it's, at a wild card position or hopefully fighting for the division like they were this last season, you knew they would be a tough team to beat. But to see it kind of take a step with, just Tom Brady and just the excitement around this team, man, it's really hard to put into words. Like, I know as a podcaster, me and Evan's job is to put it into words, but sometimes I just start babbling and it's just so exciting. You know what I mean, too?
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's
absolutely
awesome. I'll be real quick. I just wanted to ask one quick question. What y'all felt about that Jameis Winston touchdown? Kind of thought that was, I mean, you hate to see it because he's playing for another team, but it's like with the team or fan base that was so, sided with, how they felt about Jameis. It was kind of cool to see, in my opinion, but, you also hate to see that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
Good for
nothing but the best. I wish for him, but
good for him. I guess,
good for
but
him. Now he can go rest his arms sitting on the couch. So.
I don't know how many people we got who were listening earlier, but we had a caller named Bree, and she kind of summed up my feelings about the Jameis the Jameis touchdown. Sorry,
Jameis interception.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he's
so
been
used
throwing
to
the
saying
same
it.
players for a long time now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's used to it. So I mean, especially throwing touchdowns to the Saints players. So absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, good for him, I guess.
Well,
if he's truly taking the reins in New Orleans next year,
on a trick play that was wide open, but whatever. I will say though, I will give Winston some credit here. I think that the Saints have a better chance to win if they put Winston in the game. I know they weren't going to because it was like Breeze's last game or whatever in the Superdome, but I think that they would have a better shot if Winston was in because Breeze he's a shell of himself.
Yeah, it's a fair take.
Some strong words, but I mean, it is what it is. If it truly is his last game, then what a disappointing way to go out if you're a Saints fan. But it was good talking to you, my friend. Glad to have you listening out there, and go Bucks.
Hey, thank y'all. Hey, check out Real Talk Sports. I write about the NFL. Y'all have a good one.
Oh yeah, check it out, guys. All right, we'll take a couple more calls here. We're about 40 minutes in. We get a call from the 501. Got a lot of calls tonight. It's a really festive night. Thank you for calling Can of Fire Podcast. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
P. Moore, calling in from Arkansas.
How you doing, my friend?
All right.
Doing good. Yeah, I've been a Bucs fan since '78, since Jerry Eckwood got drafted from Arkansas, went there, and then Gary Anderson, if you remember him.
So you've been waiting. Yeah. You've been waiting for this for a little bit, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Well, it makes me glad to know that we got one of the true OGs listening, man. Like that's pretty awesome. Thank you for tuning in.
No doubt, man. So let's see. So who's going to cover Adams?
Probably Carlton Davis.
Yeah, I think Carlton Davis. He'll have a good week to rest up. Hopefully, deal with some of that injury throughout the week in practice. But I think Carlton Davis is your best bet. And after the afternoon that he just had against Michael Thomas, I think it'll be a pretty good matchup to watch.
Yeah, with White coming back, for his second year, the difference that he makes on the field, man, is unbelievable.
By the way, I just got a text, and I'm really sorry to cut you off, but we got some breaking news that I think a lot of people are going to want to hear. On national TV, Steve Smith just issued a formal apology to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and has picked them to upset Green Bay next week.
Oh, I don't care. Whatever, dude.
I think, if a lot of people who are not familiar, Steve Smith is the man who said the Bucs were going to get the playoffs and they were going to get routed. It was going to be a good old-fashioned ass whooping, and here we are 2 games later, headed to the NFC Championship game. He's eating his words. So, sorry to cut you off, my friend. I needed to get that news out of there because it's, all the haters are really owing up tonight.
The last time we was in a championship game, they're talking about the cold and everything. I think it was Philadelphia. We went up and beat Philly.
Yep.
Okay.
Shut down the vet.
It don't matter. It may be 24 in Green Bay next Sunday. It don't matter.
All right. I like the confidence, man.
Yes, indeed.
It is good to have some confidence back in this fan base once again. It's been a long time since we can talk some trash as a team, and I'm glad the time is finally here.
All right, man. Have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. Go Bucs.
See you, man.
813-433-0323. We're getting back to back callers. I didn't even have to take any notes for the show tonight. You guys are doing such a good job. But I do want to say thank you to everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the show, we're going to be dropping weekly podcasts. We'll have our next show on Thursday. It'll be our game preview show. I got a lot of burps in me. Can of Fire Podcast. Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Hey guys, this is Thomas from Illinois.
Thomas from Illinois. How you doing, my friend?
Dude, I'm doing great. I just had the best time watching that game. It's always fun to watch the Bucs, fix their mistakes and actually play a decent game when it matters.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see the Saints lose too. So that's sort of a double whammy.
Yeah, I've actually people around me and like my family and friends have told me to actually calm down with the Saints trash talk recently because they've been saying I've been too negative. But y'all know how I feel. Buccaneers fans do not like the Saints.
Oh, dude, it's fuck the Saints all day, every day.
Yes, sir, bro. I can't even tell you how many times I've said that today. It's insane. But I have a conspiracy theory, guys. I think that just because Jameis was on the Saints team this year, that's why Drew Brees had 4 interceptions, or there was 4 turnovers. I mean,
oh man,
like
so you
just that.
You think just his
Like,
presence on the sideline kind of turned it
Exactly.
around?
Jeez.
It plagued us for years, and now they got a taste of that, so they'll be eating their words. They always make fun of us for always, turning the ball over.
I think it's a very plausible theory. I think it does hold water. I mean, I know that you put the regular season aside once the playoffs come around, but
Yeah.
when you look at it in that lens, I think there's a lot of connections that could be made there.
Exactly. And the second I saw him walk on the field for that trick play, I knew some cheeky shit was about to go down.
Man, it was incredible how like shameless it was that he just stole it from Chicago. Like, I know that's the nature of the league, but they talk about how
copycat league, man.
They talk about how Sean Payton is this offensive genius, and I'm convinced he just has a playbook full of plays that he stole. He saw like a preseason game where a trick play didn't work, and he wrote it down.
Yeah, when you said that just now, I thought of like a kid in like math class cheating off another person's homework, but it's Matt Nagy for some reason. Like, you don't want to cheat off him. What the hell?
Yeah, like he's just he's looking over his shoulder, and he almost gets caught, and he goes back and looks and stuff. Yeah, I get you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Making sure Roger Goodell, the teacher's not watching.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey guys, I'm just happy to. I still can't believe it. I think it's gonna hit me tomorrow, but this was a long time coming. You know.
Absolutely.
I mean, but every single Bucs fan, has earned this. I mean, whether even if I understand there's a lot of Bucs fans this year that were just now Bucs fans because of Brady and stuff like that. But,
that happens.
Whatever. Every Bucs fan, they've earned it, and
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely been a long time coming, like you said.
Yes, sir. Enjoy the big victory Monday, fellas.
All right, thanks. You do the same, bud.
Yeah, hey, go Bucs.
Yes, sir. Go Bucs. All right, I think we'll take one more call and then we'll wrap this thing up.
One more. We got to make this one a good one. Come
Uno
on.
Moss. 813-433-0323.
Who's in? We don't even have to talk. Like, I mean, it's just call after call after call. Here's another one.
Yep.
Call after call. Come on.
What's your name? Where are you calling in from? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's your boy Justin from Sacramento, California. What's going on, boy?
Let's go.
Ending the week on a good note. What's happening? I'm so freaking hyped right now.
Hey, first things.
Yeah.
First things first.
Yeah, get some.
Revenge
is so.
I know it is a very, very festive mood, and I'm sorry for cutting you off here, but I just want to apologize professionally for not getting back on you on email. I'm sorry about that.
No worries, man. No worries.
It's gonna happen soon. Don't worry.
Oh, it's gonna happen, especially now. We're on. Oh, that revenge is so sweet. Oh, I've been waiting for this ever since we got slapped so hard.
Listen,
it's so much nicer.
I got to get in touch with you. And Evan, I don't know how good you are at script writing, but this guy's got to narrate our next hype video.
I know. Can you do me a favor here, Justin? Say
yes.
Tom Brady and the Buccaneers and Drew Brees' career. Go ahead, just do it.
Tom Brady and the Buccaneers just ended Drew Brees' career.
There it is.
Oh, man.
It is over. You lose.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Now, okay,
dude.
I got to ask you guys a couple of really, really simple questions here.
Let's
okay,
do it.
Rhett, what kind of revenge wings did you have before the game?
Oh, brother. It was, all right, so the Wingstop formula, I'm glad that you mentioned this. By the way, folks, 10-0, all right? I shit you not, 10-0 this season when I order Wingstop. And every single time, it has been a traditional 10-piece bone-in hot, and I get a large seasoned fry. Has to be the bone-in, has to be just the original hot buffalo sauce. And Breeze actually jumped on the wagon. She'll get an 8-piece boneless barbecue.
Yeah.
So she'll get her chicken nuggets, but the 10-piece hot is the way to go.
I think this is going to have to become a thing next season for sure from now on.
I think it does, man.
It seems to really work. Ever since you started the Wings, man, they've been on a roll. They've been on a tear.
Well, and it's crazy because it wasn't an every week thing. It was like a once every other week.
You just happened to do it.
Well, I just happened to do it, and then I kind of noticed a trend, and then once I started to do it again, they finished the season 4 straight wins. They beat Washington. They beat New Orleans tonight. So what the hell, you know?
Yeah, why not?
That's so awesome. And Evan, is that a Brady hoodie you're wearing?
No, it's actually it's
Bucks underneath the jersey.
Bucks jersey.
Oh man, I was gonna say Brady's gonna need that, man. He's gonna need that in the 20-degree weather.
He will. If he needs me to go to Green Bay and keep him warm, I'll do it. I'm fine with that.
This is so awesome. I'm so psyched. I just got to, before I let you guys go, thank you for the wonderful, wonderful job you guys do. It's just been a pleasure, man, hanging out with you guys, especially since we've been coming into the playoffs here. And I just want to say, man, first off, the offense, they're starting to play Brady's style of football now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I see so much more success since that started to happen here lately. Even if that game was a little sloppy against Washington, I'm seeing it more and more where they're going Brady's style of Patriots offense. There's more screen passes. Fournette can catch the ball. He's a running back that can catch the ball in the backfield. And
He did have the dropsies one time tonight, but I will say he had a pretty good game.
He did have a pretty good game. He did. I didn't see the drop pass he had, but for the most part, it seems like they're playing more of that style of an offense. And I think now they're, the offensive coordinators and those guys are giving Brady a little bit more leeway with him calling his offense the way he likes to do it. I think it's working. And hats off to the defense, man, hands down. I mean, Todd Bowles, this is the game. The way he called this defense after the way we've just been beaten down by New Orleans all season. I mean, hats off to those guys. I mean, Devin White's a beast. That guy's just going to get nastier each and every season. It's going to be his 3rd season, right? It's only like his 2nd season.
Yeah.
Yep. It is the 2nd season. Yep.
Yeah, so he's going to get nasty. He's going to be deadly. He's going to get better each and every season, man. I think that's a really, really big uplifting push for these guys on defense, especially going into Green Bay. They got to be insane right now, going crazy.
Oh, hell yeah. I've actually already made my decision tonight. It sealed the deal, but my next jersey purchase before the next season, it's going to be an away Devin White jersey, because, I mean, that guy he's quickly become my favorite dude on the defense.
Oh, yeah, hands down. That's funny, because I was just talking to my brother earlier towards the end of the game, and I said the exact same thing. That's so awesome. I said, I got to get me a Devin White jersey for sure.
Oh, yeah, brother. So Justin.
Great talking. Yeah,
Justin. I'm going to start calling you Justin Vader. That's how we're going to.
Justin Vader.
Yeah. How you like it?
As long as it has nothing to do with the Raiders.
Oh, hell no, man. Just Darth Vader, but, Justin Vader.
Justin Vader. Sounds great. We'll go with it.
Oh, yeah, man. It was good talking to you. Glad to have you listening. Thank you for your kind words, and go Bucks, my friend.
And go Bucks. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. All right, we've got one more call, and I
don't know.
Come on, Evan.
Man. All right, come on, Evan.
We got a caller from the 727 Cannon Fire Podcast. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Matt, I'm calling from Tampa.
How you doing, my friend?
Good. I have to say, I'm really amazed. I was, to be honest, going into this match, I was really worried about having Alex Kappa out. And I mean, just watching the Bucks this whole season, I was worried if they could not keep the hands off Brady, I didn't think this offense would go anywhere, but they have really kept the hands off Brady, and this defense has really stepped up. It is like nothing I've seen since 2002 when I was freaking 9.
Yeah, man, it is a breath of fresh air just to see how far this defense has come. The Bucks had a lot of wishy-wash defense over the past 10 years, but we can solemnly say that this unit of the past 2 seasons has been one of the best to come through the Bay in a very long time. So hopefully you look at free agency and you can make the right moves, maybe get some more rotational guys in the draft, but this looks like a unit that's going to be good for a long time.
Yeah, I really think so. And you have to remember, because as much as I love that time, it's my childhood memories. I met the Bucks defense several times. John Lynch, Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber. like they were all great guys, but just the way they were at the time, they just straight up were not thinking about the future.
Right.
It was, to me, unfortunate. I really think they're going to be in a good position this time around. And, to be, I mean, this is really bringing back memories of like me watching, the game against Philly as a kid.
Yeah.
This offense would not have done anything close to this at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the story with those teams, right? I mean, they could have had with that defense. I mean, you're talking about from 1997 to 2002. I mean, they could have won the Super Bowl almost every season if the offense held up their end of the bargain. They just never did.
Yeah. And you have to remember, in my case, I lived in Tallahassee for 7 years. Of course, I watched the Jameis Winston, undefeated seasons and everything. But for years, I was having to tell people, because Tallahassee is a very transplanty city. You have people coming from everywhere, studying, working in government. I was having to convince them that this moment was like the Bucs were not a team to just be dismissed like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people wrote them off. A lot of people picked the Saints, and I mean, you can't really blame them. The Saints are a good team, and they've owned the Bucs. But yeah, a lot of people were not giving the Bucs credit, and I think the Bucs proved a lot of people wrong tonight. So,
well, I have to be honest too. I mean, just the way I don't want to wish the psychological warfare the Bucs, and especially GJ played on the Bucs, especially Mike Evans and Tom Brady for so long. I wouldn't wish that on another team, but the Bucs really, they turned that on them.
Yeah, they did.
They did a good job with the mental game tonight, and it's something we talked about so long when you're going up against a team like New Orleans. But my friend, it was really good talking to you. I think we're going to wrap up the show here, but thank you for calling in and being our final call of the show. It was great talking to you, and a very good, just a good feeling throughout the fan base. It's been awesome talking to everybody tonight, but go Bucs.
Thank you to Brad and Evan. Y'all have been an awesome voice just this whole season, just through everything.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. We're really glad to have you guys tuned in, whether you're local in Tampa Bay or you're listening in Tennessee, Jersey, California, any of the callers, Arkansas. We're just glad to have you guys tuned in, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. It has been one hell of a season, one that we're not going to forget anytime soon, and we're just happy to be here giving you guys the content that we enjoy making. So thank you guys for all your support.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Go Bucs. It was like he was closing the show out with us.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there we go. Ladies and
gentlemen. Just ended right there, man.
That's just about going to do it for this episode of the Cannon Fire Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening on any of our podcast outlets when you listen to the replay of this show. Anybody who watched live on YouTube tonight, we truly do appreciate you guys as well. As I had just mentioned at the end of that sappy phone call, thank you so much for your support this season. The show goes on, and we will talk to you guys Thursday for the game preview show. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All of those are Cannon Fire Podcast. Best place to go for updates on the show. And, of course, Buccaneer news as it happens. You can check out my co-host on Instagram at Bucks_daily. You can also find him on Twitter at EvanNFL. Last but not least, you can find myself on Instagram and Twitter at Retticus, RHETTAKUS. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, you're watching on YouTube, do it. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. You don't even have to watch the channel, but a subscription goes a long way. Thank you guys for your support. Look forward to talking to you Thursday for the game preview show. And let's go to Lambeau and take down Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, huh? Did it once. Let's do it again. We'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Until then, go Bucs.